Tamara O'Brien of Canada. Canada have some terrific trampoline gymnasts. What a lovely landing that was.
While I was competing, I had a mole on the left side of my neck.
She looks so healthy there.
Yeah, honestly, like how she said in the video, like.
And now Tamara O'Brien with a silver medal of her very own.
And then I have this cancer diagnosis, which is so confusing with how I was living my life. This cost $148,000. I don't know why I'm laughing. I think laughing is like my first emotion towards crying.
How can you not love her? You feel like you've known her for your whole life.
Exactly.
Damn, this girl's super cool, and it's really rare that I meet people like you. She passed away in October 2019. When were you released?
October 2019.
This is a fucking sick.
That's weird.
She passed away on the 15th of October.
Dude, that's when I got out.
What?
Same time.
So same day.
I think you should.
Shut up. No way.
October 15th, within like probably half hour, 45 minutes of the time she passed is when I got out of prison.
If I'm not throwing in the towel, neither are they.
It was the first time I ever had tears about this. Just watching her pass away, it was like watching myself pass away. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how something so destructive and disruptive to lives can actually bring two people together, actually.
But me is also Workout to Conquer Cancer.
And all it is, work out every day. And then you raise awareness. You say, hey guys, we're doing this for BC Cancer. You know, some people do sober Jan, dry February. There's no nut November.
God damn, man. You're going so good.
You know what that is?
No.
Tamara would want that joke.
Yo, this is just like the BB that sneezed on me, man. You know, yo. People just love sneezing on me. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back. I just want to start off by saying today was a really emotional day for me, actually. I reached out to 3 friends I made. One of them was the first time I ever talked to them. The other 2 I met through Tamara O'Brien, who, you know, we talked about on one of the episodes. Unfortunately, that episode, the mics didn't work properly. I was mentioning to Mindy about how, you know, and I should say tonight was only like the 3rd time ever, 4th time ever maybe, outside of podcasts that I've actually really hung out with you. Every time I'm with this guy, the more I see, you know, just a unique person that I'm drawn towards because I've never met someone like him other than myself. But further to that, I was telling you on that podcast how I've never met anyone like you other than Tamara O'Brien.
I haven't had like a crazy death until a friend. You know, I do Workout to Conquer Cancer every year.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, Tamara O'Brien, world-class athlete, silver medalist for Canada.
How'd you know her?
Met with your friend, and I was like, damn, this girl's super cool. And it's really rare that I meet people like you, and you, to be honest, but you're different than me and Mindy. This guy's also great, very different. However, it's very rare that I run across people like you.
Mm-hmm.
This girl was that, dude. I've never met someone that was so similar to the way I was. She was in palliative care. You know what palliative care is?
Yeah.
Palliative care is end-of-life care.
Pain management just while you pass away.
You're dying, your organs are going to shut down, we're going to give you, you know, this is a short story of it, but, and then yeah, dude, so within a month of that, she was gone, of like that whole story and stuff, so.
What year would she pass away?
Craziest thing ever, man, 2019, right before the pandemic. She didn't have to have cancer during the pandemic, that would have been brutal. For someone as social as her, would have been shitty, because you're already immediately compromised. On top of that, due to the funeral celebration of life being complicated, like organizing it, timing, and figuring it all out, she passed away in October 2019. We did the celebration of life February 28th, I want to say, 2020, 2 weeks before COVID. When were you released?
October 2019.
This is a fucking simulation.
That's weird.
This is a simulation, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? When?
I think October like 19th or 15th, something like that.
So this is like a 2-week gap, 10-day gap. That's fucked up, Mindy. Mindy, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, like a big point of both of you guys' lives
Yeah,
just happened around the same time.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
Yeah.
But I'm also talking about similarities between you and her. It's like so fucked up, man. But this is what I mean about simulation.
What was when's her birthday?
November.
November what?
Are your birthday November?
24th.
24th?
Yeah.
29.
Yeah? Oh wow.
Do you guys believe in astrology signs?
Numbers.
You believe in all that?
A little bit. You're Virgo, right?
No, I'm a Leo.
Leo. Okay, yeah.
Her birthday is, I should know this.
Yeah.
I haven't asked today. 15th.
15th day. So her birthday's coming up as Wednesday.
No, no. Sorry. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I'm an idiot. She passed away on the 15th of October. My bad. Her birthday?
No, dude, that's when I got out. When I told you. You said 2 weeks difference was at the same time.
So same day.
No.
Yeah, it's like October 15th. I think you said
Shut up.
weeks.
No way.
No, but when's her birthday?
You're talking the exact same day.
No, it's not. It can't be.
Yeah, it was give or take a couple of days.
I laugh.
But even if it's even within a couple of days, that's still crazy.
So when's her birthday? November.
I don't know, man. I gotta check, dude. You're fucking me up with this. That's fucked up.
Well, she's gonna be in the 20s. I think so.
She didn't make
Wants
it
to be 28.
birthday, right? She was the goal for her was just to make it to her next birthday.
Yeah.
To her 23rd birthday. Her birthday was
She was
November 5th.
November 5th. Okay. Yeah. She would have been 23,
23.
She was born in
She was 22. She passed away.
96. That means.
96.
Dude, cancer, honestly, you know what? One thing anybody watching this podcast, there's not a single person out there that hasn't been impacted by cancer.
No.
Right? You know, I have a musty right now that's battling cancer, stage 3 ovarian cancer. Ovarian cancer. Yeah, dude. And, like, came back like 3 times. You know, cancer is something that you think it's gone.
It never goes away.
It never goes away, right?
It has no. It's not like, okay, once you hit 65, you're gonna get it. It could be a child. It could be our age. It could be our parents' age.
8.
There's
8 to 10, I think.
It could be, I think it could be even earlier than that.
Yeah, it can be.
But I ask because, first of all, we're talking about Tamara O'Brien. I met her in January 2017. I remember because it was my good friend's birthday. He worked with her. He had her over, right, for the birthday party. I was invited. Cool. She was like 21. And she passed away just less than 3 years after that moment that I met her, right? And of cancer. She didn't make it to 23. Her birthday was like 1 month away from when she passed. But what's crazy is, you asked me, when did she pass away, Raj? I said, it was like 2019. When? October. Mindy's like, when in October 2019?
I couldn't put my finger on it, but around that time, I was like, I think I got out October 17th, 18th. And then that's when you're like, hey, you know what? I think she passed away on the 15th. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's trippy. It's still around the same time.
Next morning, first thing I do when I wake up, I was tripping out about that at that moment already. So I was so curious. I was like, I have a feeling it's going to be the same day. I go to my text messages from good friend now, Ryan, and go all the way back to October 2019. I double check. I go back. It's October 15th. The message was sent 10 something a.m. Ryan told me that it was about an hour after that she passed that he texted me, but who knows? He doesn't know the concept of time in that moment, right? I text Mindy though. Screenshot. Mindy, here's the message. I sent it to you, right? Screenshot.
Yeah. I said, let me find out. Let me dig into this. I'm going to find out. So I did some digging, and I was like, October 15th, within like probably half hour, 45 minutes of the time she passed is when I got out of prison. So it was just like, it was such a coincidence.
Yeah, like 2 big things in
Yeah.
your guys' each in your life, a big thing, and then it happened almost exact same time, same day though.
You know what? It's just, you know what, when you have signs about something, same way. I met this guy selling a fireplace to him.
Yeah.
He came to my shop. I waited for him. He was outside sitting there in his car talking. And I'm looking, I'm like, fuck, I gotta leave, man. This guy's sitting in his car. And he came in and we just talked for about an hour and a half that time. Nothing about fireplaces, maybe 2 minutes. But after that, just about deep conversation about life and everything. And then following that, like, it's like, there's nothing that's in our hands. we think, yeah, we have power over this, power over that. I'm a firm believer that, yeah, we have to put effort in, but everything's in God's hands. Even a leaf does not move without God's grace. You know, when people are in your life, be it good or bad, they're there to teach you things, teach you love, teach you lessons, or whatever the case may be. And just talking that time when I heard you speak about her, he's like, yeah, you know what, man, you remind me of a good friend of mine, Tamara. And you went on, you're like, yeah, you talked about cancer. And that's how it came to, okay, hey, you know what? When she passed away, he's like, oh, in 2019. I'm like, oh, I got out of 2019. He's like, October. I'm like, I got out October too, as well. So then that moving to next day, confirming that basically the same time, basically she passed away as when I got out. So it's like a sign that, hey, listen, we're meant to do things together. Inspire people, whoever's watching could look at it, be like, hey, you know what? There's a reason for this. This isn't just this podcast that we're doing is not just some podcast we're doing just because, you know, we want to be on people's, you know, on your screens or be on your feed listening to just some nonsense. We're being here because we want to have an impact. Hopefully, you know, there's something that you can relate to on a deeper level that could help you get through shit. Not be so hard on yourself. If you're going through mental health problems, going through some other stress in life that, you know, looking at, hearing from our stories and everything, us sharing, you could be like, you know what, things are going to be all right. Everything happens for a reason, good or bad. We have to just accept it and, you know, learn from it, grow from it. So that was the main reason that we want to do this podcast.
It's interesting because some people think that it is just a coincidence, right? It's okay. You know, I don't mind. I think that I'm someone that looks for reasons, looks for signs, and some people want to read the book that's in front of them. Some people don't care about the book that's in front of them. Some people don't think there is a book, right? So I don't mind if people think that, you know, maybe we're thinking too into it, and, you know, they say correlation does not equal causation. So I don't mind, you know, that type of philosophy, but in my opinion, it gives me peace, inner peace, to feel that it's a sign that I'm on the right path. What was crazy was just watching her pass away. It was like watching myself pass away. It's kind of weird because I've never met someone like her before, and I never met someone like me before like that, you know?
Can you talk about kind of go back to kind of around the time when you said you first met her? What was your initial kind of impression or reaction towards that?
I met her that night. She's running around. She's spinning circles around people talking. It's like, and it's compelling. People are listening to her. And then I actually started listening to what she's saying. And she's got like 4 or 5 people around her that must have known her for years. They all work together at a restaurant. So she was a server. My friend was in one of the chefs, right? Cooks. Anyhow, I started listening to what she's saying. She's got a crowd around her. She got, you know, 3, 4, 5 people around her. She's sharing this vulnerable story. And she says, that night, I was like, this girl, vulnerable, authentic, charismatic, good looking. I'm like, this person's me. No, I'm joking. No, but seriously, I say to her, first thing I said to her, and I'll never forget it, is I'm like, I can't talk to you. I can't be talking to you. And she's like, oh, what do you mean? She's like, oh, whatever. She's chilling in her own world. She moves on. The reason I said that was I'm like, this girl is like, I don't know this girl, but she's a catch, clearly, right? And I'm not emotionally available. But I'm just like, I can't get like into some girl right now. I can't do it. But this girl seems crazy, right? It wasn't about, I wasn't thinking about the similarities between me and her or anything at that moment. It was just more, you know, I was just drawn towards her, right? But again, I had no real intentions of like actually hitting her up. But I was like, this girl's incredible, right? Fast forward a little bit. I worked out of the mall. There's a gym nearby for her. I didn't know anything about her. I just knew she was a cool girl. That's it. She would train at the gym almost every day because she was a professional athlete. I didn't know. I'm like, professional athlete? Damn, I didn't know that. When you think professional athlete and I say that to you, you're thinking, okay, cool. Like she's probably doing, you know, some low-key stuff. Maybe playing for a soccer team, right?
Some recreational sport.
Recreational stuff. I mean, you know, she's an active person, right? You know?
Hopscotch.
She ends up, you know, every time she'd come through the mall to get a smoothie, get some food, whatever, she'd come say what's up to me, right? And I was like, yo, this girl's awesome. She'd always be like, what's up, right? Like, but just unapologetically yourself.
Mm-hmm.
She comes to my store one time. She goes, Raj, I'm going to France. I'm stoked. Oh my God. It's going to be great. She's hyped, right? I'm like, cool. What for, right? And she's like, oh, it's like world championship, you know? She does specifically double mini trampoline. Okay.
Dude, I want to watch this before we even proceed.
Yeah.
My name is Tamara O'Brien. I was a former Canadian national team gymnast. The World Games are kind of our Olympics. While I was competing, I had a mole on the left side of my neck. I got the call from my dermatology office that I needed to come in. I walked into the office and my dermatologist looks at me and just says, "Is that your partner out there?" And I just knew as soon as he said that it was probably gonna be bad. Great news, we have the surgery for you in 2 days. And I just remember thinking no, can it be in a couple weeks? And I said something along those lines to her, I'm supposed to. And she kind of looked at me and was like, you need to get this melanoma out of you now.
It's fucked up, right? Met her in January. Didn't know she was an athlete. She tells me she's going to, Worlds. She's going on a trip. She's going to go around other places. She didn't grow up super privileged to go on a bunch of trips. She's so excited. She's like, I'm going to have a world tournament, and then she's going to go tour a little bit around random parts of Europe.
And here come the athletes that will be participating in that. Tamara O'Brien of Canada, 0.7 behind Martins. Tamara O'Brien of Canada won a team gold in this event at the World Championships in 2015. Canada have some terrific trampoline gymnasts. What a lovely landing that was. Steady. She looked like she thought that was okay. Breathe a big sigh of relief now. The first pass is done. Nice position on the flatbed. Kept the line pretty straight there. Not much movement to one side. Toes pointed. Legs very much together there. So you'd expect this to have a really positive evaluation from the judges. It's a 35.7 for Tamara O'Brien, puts her quite handsomely in the lead. So let's have a look at it. It's O'Brien in gold at the moment. Tamara O'Brien of Canada. 35.7 was the best score of the first pass. And she's certainly keeping the pressure on. She's really keeping the pressure on here, O'Brien, who was the 6th highest qualifier. Canada took a silver in this event in Cali and a gold in Duisburg in 2005. Here's Tamara O'Brien on her way to a podium place. Good form in the pike position. Keeps the toes nicely pointed as she approaches the landing. What's it going to be? 35.3, an even 71. Puts her in first place. Silver for Canada, bronze for Sweden. Howard of the United States of America. It's silver for Tamara O'Brien of Canada and bronze for Lena. Tamara O'Brien adds her name to the list of successful Canadians in this event. Sarah Childs won gold in 2005, Carissa Boychuk the silver in 2013, and now Tamara O'Brien with a silver medal of her very own. Her list of honours grows in the sport of trampolining. A round of applause for the medalists in the women's double mini trampoline final here at the World Games of 2017. Bronze for Lena Sjöberg of Sweden, silver Tamara O'Brien of Canada, and the gold for Paige Howard of the USA.
She won a silver medal for Canada. If you want to see a list of all the awards she's won, just take a look at this, and we'll put the link in the description. Just look at this. I'll scroll. Just look at all these awards she's gotten, dating back to 2009. Just so you can see here, like, it's a lot of awards, right? Her biggest award was that moment, silver medal, just the peak of her career. Going, okay, next time we're gonna get gold, right?
And then probably Olympics after that.
No, there is no Olympics for this specific double mini trampoline. There is no Olympics. This is the Olympics. She, on Instagram, she posts a story. She goes, hey guys, I just got this thing. I just want to let everyone know. I don't know if she kind of, maybe it was a post, but she kind of said like, hey guys, I have cancer. She's thinking about the next tournament, which is in 3 weeks. This is now what's happening. But I'm also just shook, but I'm in my head, I'm going, it's no problem. It's no problem. Not for 1 second did I have any worries about her.
The tumor that they took, the margarines on the outside where it met my skin, came back positive for melanoma.
World-class athlete, dude.
They knew then they hadn't gotten it all.
Wasn't gone.
And they tried one more time, and it was the same result. The margins were positive for melanoma. It's almost like everything wasn't real because we were trying to fix it. And then she said there's no more surgery we can do. And it made it really real that, like, oh my God, I really have cancer. You know, being stage 4, I know that I will always have cancer for the rest of my life, and it will probably be what kills me. It's really scary. I live my life with meaning now. Do I know where I'm gonna be in a year from now? No idea. But living each day with meaning is something that's so important to me. I find I'm so much more thankful for everything and for moments I get in my life. I truly have never felt so much love for myself. I'm so much more confident in who I am. It's hard to think, would I trade the person I am now with not having cancer? I don't think I would. I don't think I would want to be that old girl, because I've learned so much.
So guys, we just finished watching a very emotional and heartful video made by CBC about Tamara speaking about her condition. We'll link in the description of the podcast for sure. But by all means, if you guys don't want to go through all that, you can just go on YouTube and search up Tamara O'Brien and CBC. It's a very, very, very touching person, but just honestly getting to see 8 minutes of her just speaking about herself. It's amazing how strong one person can be, especially in a time that tough.
How can you not love her? You feel like you've known her for your whole life.
Exactly.
Just watching that felt like just like someone close to you. Just.
Yeah, I today was the first time I ever had tears about this. I was tearing up right now. The most tears I've ever cried about Tamara is right now. Yeah. 2 days later, obviously after this premiered, she passed away. What was crazy was you hear that. I think about myself too, you know? At what point do you change your perspective? Does it have to be cancer? Does it have to be something else horrible happening to you? Change your perspective on things for you to love yourself?
Takes a strong person to, kind of what you said in the last sentences of the video, to say a statement like that honestly I'd never heard someone with cancer ever say something like that. It just shows the strength it takes for a person to even, I guess the word I would use, admit something like that she is okay with her situation, I guess you can say.
You know what? Just how stoic she was in that video. the strength at that such a young age as well too. And she's like, you know what? Just the fact that how she accepted her situation, and she said that she's so proud of the person she is now, with, you know, by loving herself and everything else she's come to know. She wouldn't trade that for some person that didn't have cancer.
Crazy to look at the video. It says 4 years ago now. It's absolutely insane. When she got cancer in 2018, she got cancer in 2017. In 2018, there's a workout to conquer cancer. BC Cancer Foundation. Let me ask you this. How much do you guys think that the medicine for her cancer treatment cost outside of medical care? Because medical care will cover you so much. She didn't have any like corporate job or anything like that. She didn't have health benefits like that. How much do you think that, like, I don't know, 6 months of pills were cost?
200,000.
Over like 200,000.
That's crazy. We spoke about that last time.
Yeah.
I had no idea at all.
So someone knocked on our door about a year and a half ago, and they're just door knocking salespeople, and they're collecting donations. And she convinced me to give my credit card to make a donation every month. So now there's $30 that goes off my credit card every month to BC Cancer.
No way.
But dude, I was a little bit frustrated. I'm like, man, I got suckered into this. Bro, this is what I thought. Because I'm like, these companies, $30 I'm donating, out of that, like, what's making it to that?
It's true.
And that's my biggest thing with donation.
No. But now you telling me this, bro, I don't feel bad at all. Now I feel good. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, you know what? I feel like a piece of shit for even fucking questioning it. Like, questioning me.
That's good to question it, man. There are companies that do fuck around a lot, though.
But now it's like, man, you're telling me that BC Cancer Agency pays for the drugs and everything for these people that aren't covered, for these patients who are not covered by BC Health.
Yeah, well, I would never know that.
Dude, man, if someone's dying, man, everything should be paid for.
Yeah. Exactly.
Their fucking house payment, mortgage, their rent, everything should be paid for. When someone's passing away, bro, there should be nothing that no stress.
No burden.
No burden at all.
Yeah, dude.
It's outrageous.
Remember, I felt guilty because they charged automatically debits my credit card every month for like $30.
Is that something they talk openly about? Because that's the first I've ever heard of it when you told me that.
The dollars?
That the
BC Cancer
the
Agency.
BC Cancer Agency will front the cost of that kind of stuff for people who can't afford it.
This is April 2019, but the first Workout to Conquer Cancer that she joined, as far as I'm aware, was 2018. This was 2019, this video, okay?
If this is your first time ever seeing me, my name is Tamara. I was a gymnast. I competed for Canada in a sport called double mini trampoline. I'm pretty crazy. My friends would say that I'm always the really outgoing one in the crowd. And I so happen to have metastatic melanoma, which is a type of skin cancer that has metastasized throughout my body. May is not only Melanoma Awareness Month, but May is also Workout to Conquer Cancer. So I have gathered a bunch of my friends and people who wanted to be part of it, and our mission this month is to work out every single day in the month of May. And it's raising money for patient care and research that goes on with BC Cancer. So I thought I'd give you a little more info about like where your money goes when you donate, because I think a lot of times you wonder like, well, I just gave money to this, like where is it really going? And you know, I'm like a prime example of like where your money goes. I can tell you as a patient of BC Cancer, thus far for me, I've gotten everything I've needed to get. People have been so supportive. There's family counseling services. There's art therapy groups. There's so many other support groups within BC Cancer. There's clinical trials that are going on. Radiation treatments going on there. They're getting machinery that is so necessary to people's care. PET scanner machines, CT machines. My drugs, I brought all of them out for you guys today. So I just got another month's worth.
Month's worth.
I'm doing this for dramatic effect. This is 1 month's worth of my drugs.
Wow,
so
I just read the back of that too, what it says, how many you take
the
too.
price I thought was
That's insane.
lower. But this right here, oh my god. This costs $18,600. So I guard this with my life. This is my 8th cycle. Eight cycles of this so far have cost $148,000. I don't know why I'm laughing. Yeah, $148,000 within 8 cycles. I think laughing is like my first emotion towards crying, so it's a lot of money. And the immunotherapy I had cost $98,000 last year. I had 4 rounds of it. So good news for me is that these are available. The bad news is the cancer will grow resistant to the drugs, but we just don't really know when. So for now, I'm on these. Basic Cancer pays for them, and I am forever grateful for everything they've done. My treatment alone, like my own journey through having cancer, like I want to say we're in the solid $250,000 range here, with everything that they pay for through my immunotherapy, through these inhibitor drugs, through PET scans, through appointments. I had radiation treatment done last year. Patient care is phenomenal, and you know, the advancements that they're making through research are also phenomenal, and if you don't give and you don't support, these things won't be available. And you know, if you don't even know anybody with cancer, if you're watching this video, you now do. Cancer Society says about 1 in every 2 Canadians will be diagnosed with cancer, and it's a hard thing for me to learn that, like, I'm gonna meet more people that are gonna be diagnosed after me. I just want this to end, you know, like I want it gone. The worst thing in the world to me is somebody telling me they have cancer, they just got diagnosed, because I know what they're gonna go through, and I want it gone. You know, I want research done, and I want to make sure it doesn't happen to as many people as it is. And it makes me emotional because it sucks. You know, it hits me so close to home knowing that BC Cancer is able to do all this. That's why I'm doing the workout this year, and that's why I'm making this video, and that's why I'm asking for your help, because without you, without a donor, without you sharing this, without your support, it won't get out there. That's my mission, sitting here talking to you about my own story, talking to you about what BC Cancer does, because without them, I would not have received any of the care I have received, and so many other British Columbians wouldn't have either. And I want to say thank you for anybody who will donate. And if you can't, share this video. We're not going to solve anything by being quiet about it. So that's why I choose to stand up. That's why I choose to tell my story, in hopes that I can help cancer prevention in the future. I hope that the statistic in 1 and 2 is going to go. It will be much, much different in the future. That's my hope, because I don't want people dealing with this. If you can donate to this link that's posted with this video. If not, please share, please talk about it. I'm pumped to do this workout this month. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching this video. Here's to the month of May.
BC Cancer actually covers it all. She has no worry. BC Cancer, not the government. So yes, they openly do talk about it. Not only did she get all this treatment, they gave her support groups. Who do you relate with when you're 23 and have cancer? Terminal, stage 4.
Mm-hmm.
They were paying for different therapies. So she says, Raj, would you join this team? She sends me a message. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll join this team. I don't even know what you want me to do. I'll deal with it later. Let me know. She's like, hey, you have to work out every day. I'm like, no problem. She's like, you have to post about it and tell everyone you're doing it. I'm like, no problem. No problem. Like, at this time, stage 4 or not, I'm like, she's fine. This is going to be fine. I'm like, she's amazing. Like, look at this positive energy. How can you,
100%.
What are you talking about, right? She's joking around. She's
you
like,
would
she's
never
chilling.
think in a million years that she's even sick.
Right?
The energy that she brings.
Yeah.
And all it is, work out every day. Move your body. You have the privilege to be able to move your body. Move your body every day for the month of May. 30 minutes a day or more. Could be stretching. Could be a light walk. 30 minutes a day, move your body because you can. Tell everyone you're doing it. And it's healthy. It's healthy. It's good for your own body and mental health to work out and be active, right? And then you raise awareness. You say, hey guys, we're doing this for BC Cancer. You know, some people do Sober Jan, Dry February, right? Those are for different organizations. There's No Nut November.
God damn, man.
I'm just saying, you know what that is?
You're going so good.
You know what that is? Tamara would want that joke. Tamara would want me to fucking say No Nut November.
You can't bust a nut in November?
You can't bust a nut in November.
Pretty much.
That's what it is.
You mean like bust a peanut out of the shell?
Yes.
Essentially, yeah. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay. So she says you have to work out every day, raise awareness, I go on my phone, I go,
Morning, everyone. It's May, and it's Fuck Cancer Month. Actually, every day is Fuck Cancer Month, but this month is Workout to Conquer Cancer Month, and I am going to be working out every motherfucking day to raise awareness for the BC Cancer Foundation and raise some money for the BC Cancer Foundation. If you don't know anyone that's been affected by cancer, you probably eventually will. I have a good friend named Tamara who's got a video about her short story. It's in my bio. The BC Cancer Foundation has helped in way more than just helping find a cure. They do a lot more in terms of programs, helping with the medication. I believe the last medication she had to buy over the last 4 months, it's in the video, is over $100,000. And she's an amazing person, and so is everyone else that just randomly has to deal with something shitty like cancer. If it wasn't for this, I probably would not be at the gym right now, and I'm going to work out every single day. For now, please watch the video, and I'll share a link to donate every day after this. So, and I'll talk more about it, but I'm late for this session, so I got to go.
you know how much money we raised at the end of that month? 30 days. It wasn't crazy. She had a team of 20 people, her closest friends, right? It's $9,000.
Mm-hmm.
She's crying. She couldn't believe it. $9,000 she raised. She's like, oh my God. $9,000, it's a lot of money.
In 30 days too. That's
30
really
days,
good.
she's shook, right? And she's crying. She couldn't stop crying about, oh my God, I can't believe we raised that much money. I started talking to her more during that time. Hey, how's it going? How are people posting? Are people posting? Do you need me to get more people? Right? What's up? Just checking in. I have a reason to, we started talking a little more now. Fast forward, we never still hung out one-on-one. And it's so, what makes me so sad? We only hung out maybe one-on-one twice, but I didn't get a picture of either time. It just goes to show you that I didn't fucking think that this moment was going to be gone, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't take any photos, but we ended up talking more and more. And she started opening up to me about this personal life stuff, right? But you know what she never told me once? I'm scared. I'm nervous. Let's talk about cancer. We didn't really talk, I would just joke about cancer to her, right? There was a time now within that period where the cancer was no longer optimistic. It was getting worse and worse, and it was not getting better. She never told me that. She never told the world that. She just kept on trucking along. The world knew she had cancer, but one thing she always said was, I don't like when people are saying, I'm fighting cancer. And oh, you beat cancer. She's like, this is there's no fighting, beating. This is not this is she just didn't like that, I guess.
It's sort of pitted, basically if you're not beating it, that means you're weak.
Exactly. You either, get past cancer or you don't get past cancer type of thing, right? Because you can't fight cancer, right? There is intuition and everything else. I don't know. I just witnessed it, man. I just witnessed the most positive person on earth go through it. I mean, I don't think you can fight it either anymore. I guess it's a negative thought. You want to get past it, obviously, but watching this is difficult. It's different. My perspective is on that. Is that right? She was now in the cancer community. She ended up meeting a girl that had childhood cancer. Believe it or not, she was in grade 4. Makes you 9 years old. Got diagnosed with cancer. She actually went to school, same elementary school that I went to. And my younger sister went to elementary school with her. A couple grades off, but knew of her. Knew of her because when she got cancer, the whole school banded together. It's just so beautiful to see, too. It's crazy, right? The kids don't know anything, but all of a sudden all these kids are being told. And, what are you thinking as parents of this daughter, right? She goes by the name of Logan Lay, incredible human being. She sells little bracelets. I should have been wearing it today. Goddamn, I've worn it, I think, for some podcast. Tamara noticed, hey, oh my God, this girl, went to the same high school as me around the same time. She's had cancer forever. Who do I hit up that has cancer? Or that I know that could ever, her thought was, her. fast forward from there, they become best friends. Tamara actually moves in with them. Now take that for a second, right? Your two parents, your two kids, your one kid, has cancer, and they onboard another young cancer around the same age person, someone with cancer. So, amazing, beautiful, just to see, how some really horrible things like this can bring people together, and what kind of mountains can be moved when there's love at the core, They got closer and closer. I was watching that friendship. I didn't meet Logan or any of Tamara's friends, or really anyone in person ever. It's 2019 now.
Yo, this is just like the BB that sneezed on me, man. Get out, yo. People just love sneezing on me.
It's amazing what love can do, and humans can do, and how.
Sometimes some of the most tragic things create beautiful things.
Yeah.
Like if they both didn't have cancer, they wouldn't be living together, but they built this bond because they were both suffering through the same thing.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how something so destructive and disruptive to lives can actually bring two people together, actually.
Now, it's 2019. It's Workout to Conquer Cancer. She actually invites me to join the team. It's her own team. That's the year we do 9,000. I ended up doing a couple workouts with her crew. We would talk on the phone. We started talking on the phone all the time. But as we got closer, I felt like I had enough trust built with her that, that's not what I'm trying to do here, but she'll maybe listen to what I'm saying. And I was just curious, what's on her mind, whatever. All these conversations, not one time did she go, this is getting sketch. It's getting bad, and I'm going to be gone any minute right now. Never. Right? I remember it was September, or it was... So she was vlogging. She started vlogging after her cancer. She started loving herself after cancer and loving who she was and realizing how amazing she really was by just being herself. I'm fortunate enough to have figured that out over the years, watching this experience, and maybe some other, I guess, just things along the way that have helped me get here. But, definitely I didn't feel like I should be my authentic self. I thought it was not good. Just like you were talking about when you were younger, ADHD, nobody knew what it was back then.
Mm-hmm.
Think about me. And, you start to think though, like you're like too much. You're just, you start to think negatively about it. Right. And it took cancer for her to have to get to this point, right? I can't believe I had to take cancer. And that's what made me really tear up watching all this is all the blessings that have come to me, and one of them being here, just having this conversation with you guys and feeling confident enough to just be on camera with mics, say what I'm thinking, and not give a fuck.
100%.
So fast forward, she got invited from the Double Mini Trampoline organization. The world stage, right? Sees this girl competing and then having cancer. Say, you know what? Come through on us. Come for a trip. Watch the games. Come through, right? We know you can't compete. We're still going to have you there. We're still going to cover all your costs, right?
Where are we going?
We're going to Russia.
Why are we going to Russia?
Why are we going?
Yeah.
We're gonna go watch Worlds.
Cool. Are you excited?
I'm really excited.
What can I do to make your trip more exciting?
I don't know, I'm just really glad you're along with me. I don't think there's anything you can specifically do.
But what if I told you you were also the flag bearer for Canada at World Championships?
So she's the flag bearer.
That's awesome.
She looks healthy there. Yeah,
Yeah, honestly.
yeah. The trip was sponsored by the Forward Foundation.
Which foundation?
Forward Foundation, and this was
The trampoline
This was the
gymnastic
2018.
world age group.
I know you had some uncertainties about coming here and being a part of the team, but I hope that by now you have no doubt that you are 100% part of this team. You are 100% part of this community. You always have been, always will be. You are such a positive light for all of us, and I don't think that there was a moment that we weren't thinking about you or that you weren't out there on the field to play with us. So on behalf of Team Canada, we would like to give you a team medal because you are part of this team and you definitely contributed to what we did out there all week. So thank you.
It's like reminded me of the joy like in my life, and it almost doesn't even feel like I've had to go through what I've been through the last year, which has been so hard. So just thank you to everybody. Like, you've made this experience just like literally the best thing ever. And I'm excited to party with y'all tonight.
I really wanted to be here, and without like, it was like every star aligned. Like, it was just like I got the call like that this was like available, and then I got the application and I sat and thought and thought and thought, and I was just like, I want to be alone so bad. Like, I really want to be there.
So clickbait. What should it be?
Are you recording this now?
No.
I don't know what the clickbait should be. Cops thought I died. Cops showed up at my house, thought I was dead.
That's a good clickbait though. That's fucking good.
Hey YouTube. Obviously not in my room. I'm actually at the hospital. So I woke up to my brother coming in my room telling me that there is 2 police officers at the door. And I come downstairs and they were looking for me. They said that the hospital had called them to inform me that I needed to get to the ER right away and that it was urgent.
She tells that story, right? And again, she's chilling, right? She's just chilling. She's in the hospital. We're just chilling. You know, you saw that, right? Just chilling. No fucks to give. Cancer this, cancer that. We don't give us cancer. We're here to have a good time, right? And that was what she was like through this whole thing. I didn't know how bad it was. Obviously, we're laughing about how the police came to her house. Obviously, I know it's damn serious that the healthcare system was that concerned about her, like her whereabouts, and wanted her in like care immediately. Obviously, it's bad. It's already stage 4. I know it's bad. I didn't have any doubt in my mind she'd be fine. I wasn't gonna all of a sudden also be negative energy around this, man. She's so positive. I'm all right, ready to go too. So she got to be across Canada. She got to meet everyone that she knew through tournaments. She had no obligations in life. She knew in her head it was her last summer, more than likely. Or no matter what, she knows her death is going to be because of cancer, and she knew it was going to be pretty imminent. But we never talked about it. And we talked about what, like, simulation things. And she was like, it makes sense that we're living in a simulation. Crazy. Simulation must be kind of tripping out, glitching out, where you're coming in, she's coming out, she's going out, right? It's crazy. I can tell you millions of coincidences like that. Suddenly in September, late September, I get a message she's in the hospital and she's in VGH. And I'm working in Vancouver. I dip work, go straight to see her. She drove herself to the hospital. I go to the hospital. It was late September, or maybe it was early September, but it was right after my birthday, I remember, right? Like a couple weeks after. I'm like, what's going on? I screen recorded her story from back in that moment. I think that she never left the hospital after that. She was like, she just drove her there. She's like, I didn't know I was going to be here all night. She goes there, and that was when she was crying. She was good. We're good. And then she must have known it was bad. And I'm like, what's going on? She's like, Raj, nobody's telling me anything. Doctors, oh, they're waiting for this test or that test, but they're not telling me shit. I know that the results must be out by now. I don't get it. This is pissing me off. They're not going to do me like this. I want to know what's happening. What's the situation with like the cancer? What's going on? Files are lost or this or that. It was like that, right? Different hospitals too, right? BC Cancer involved. There's a lot going on, but she's like, what's going on, guys? Am I not a priority? And it's scary to think, right? Maybe at that point, nobody cared at that point.
Or no one wanted to break it to her.
It's not that no one cared. I shouldn't say it like that. But it's not even that no one wanted to break it. I think it was just like, if now, again, in the healthcare system, you have to look at the priorities. If somebody has a chance of survival, more attention is going to go into that. And if you have chance of less survival, and if there's 100 people, you know, you kind of have to go. And I don't know how I don't know how it works. Do you know how it works? I don't know. There's a triage and they have to look at, you know, who goes where. But either way, whatever the reason, she's unhappy. I'm like, oh, okay, it's crazy. She's pissed, right? I'm like, I'm sorry, I give her a hug. Boom, she breaks down. First breakdown. And I was like, it's going to be okay. But I'm like, holy shit, this is real. Crazy. She's like, no, I'm staying here the night. I don't know when I'm going back now. I'm like, okay, it's all good. She posts a story. The story, I want because you need to see it. You won't believe it. You need to feel it, right? You need to hear the voice and the passion. She's sitting in the hospital bed 3 nights there now. Still not getting answered. Maybe it was 2 nights. I can't be certain exactly how many days after, but it was very short. She had just arrived. You can tell I already skipped a bunch of them, right? I just started recording. I'm sitting there live. Imagine me. I'm like, shit's real right now. This video needs to be recorded and saved.
Take out of this. So what I'm hoping for, and I had a talk with a friend last night, which was like really helpful. What I'm hoping for is that we talk to my doctor on Monday and I tell him that I'm not fucking throwing in any towels here. The CT results, the brain MRI, that's one part of the issue, clearly. But presenting symptoms are a fucking weird story. Because you'd look at me and never fucking believe what's on that sheet is what I'm dealing with. So, sorry, I thought they were gonna fucking take more blood. So, we're gonna fucking try something. And there's 2 drugs I have in mind right now that I want to present to him. And if we can't get the funding for it, I'm going to fucking figure out how we're going to do it. Because there's no fucking way. If I'm not throwing in the towel, neither are they. And I want a team who's on my side that say, despite everything, let's try and get this disease somewhat stabilized so that you can do as much as you want to do as long as you want to do it. Because you know what? That's where I'm at. And as weird as of a place I've been in the last couple weeks, it's weird that this has been like woken me the fuck up and been like, let's fucking do something about it. Because I'm tired of people ignoring me. I'm tired of people putting my case to the side. I'm a fucking human being. I'm not a number in a cancer agency. And you best believe that if I'm being mistreated, someone's fucking hearing about it. Because do not mistake my kindness for weakness, because I'm not fucking weak. So that's my hope at this time. I am here to have hard conversations if they need to be had. The issue is the cancer is growing at a fast rate. And we need to do something now to try and stabilize whatever it is at this point. What I have on my side is I'm fucking young. And I'm honestly, I think I'm a tough cookie a little bit. I'm gonna just toot my own horn. And I've got a lot of people on my side. I've got a lot of people rooting for me. And if any time it is now to be very vocal about how I want my care handled, going through everything that's happening, now's the time. And I will be heard. And, you know, like, we're at where we're at, and it's how you move forward and how you're going to deal with it. That's going to be what's important. So I'm low-key taking this time in the hospital to actually regroup a little bit, decide what needs to happen, and make boundaries that my space is space that is not going to be filled with negativity. You know, it's going to be filled with morbid jokes, which is fine. And that's how I cope a little bit. But do not mistake that for me being weak or getting the towel thrown in, because I'm not there yet. And I'm going to really just lean on the people who are here, because there's a lot of them. And my fucking tribe is pretty sick. And I'm very, very blessed with the people who are in my life. So for everybody who's sent me messages the last couple days, come to the hospital, offered to come to the hospital, and I'm just not up for it at the moment. Your messages do not get left on read. I read every one of them, and they always fucking make my day. And, you know, even though a lot of it's virtual and everything, like, it really makes a difference for me moving forward, going through this and receiving fucked news 2 days ago. To have so many people reach out and ask what they can do is so mind-boggling, and I'm so grateful for you. So keep them coming when you can. Know that it lifts me up. And know that I share, because this world is fucked and people don't talk about it. And dealing with a really tough task in life that is this unknown that we all will face one day. I hope that it brings you maybe comfort knowing that, like, thoughts that you have about it are not weird, are not abnormal, and that we all face them. So if you watch this whole story, it's long, I'm sorry, but it's just something I felt I needed to get off my chest this morning after finally falling asleep last night. And I feel a little bit revitalized today, which is really positive for me. And I don't know, fucking send in the Reiki team, give me some Reiki, because I'm just trying to make my liver enzymes fucking stabilize. Thank you for watching. I hope your weekend's good. I hope you took something away from this story today, if you got this far. And thank you for just being there and watching and supporting, because, yeah, I feel your support, and I'm really grateful for it. So here's figuring out what is happening, what the plan is, and how we're going to move forward. Because there's going to be some fucking plan in place. And yeah, I'm not one to throw anything in yet. I'm not throwing in any towels yet. So I'm ready to just make something happen, because I think that's the most important. So it's also 6 in the morning. I'm fucking tired, by the way. So I don't know if this is gonna make sense later on. Anyways, have a good day.
She looks so healthy there.
Yeah, honestly, like how she said in the video, like, if you look at me, you can't tell what's wrong with me.
No.
And you should, yeah, not at all. So, guys, that being said, this is the ending of this podcast. There will be another part, like Raj mentioned, where he'll be talking a little bit more of the rest of Tamara's story. I know if you're listening to this on audio, it would kind of be hard to understand what's kind of going on. So hop on over to the YouTube and check out the video, and you can actually see Tamara and what we were talking about in these videos, and you can kind of get a more of a sense of how she was. On this episode especially, check out the video, because these videos are awesome, and I think we're also going to leave all the videos, in case you don't have any time, in the description so you guys can watch it on your own time. But for sure, make out some time to watch these videos.
And one more thing I want to say is, there's a lot about Tamara's story, and it's a beautiful one, but it's one of so many. It's one of so many people and so many stories. And, how we've dealt with, how you've, been affected by it, how Harmo, you've been affected by it. This is just one story of many, and there's even more to unpack there after we talk about Tamara in general on the healthcare system or the great things that maybe BC Cancer Foundation is doing, or how other people are dealing with cancer. And in fact, there's a whole other topic that I've spoken with some other cancer patients, terminally ill patients, that are trying to get natural medicine that has been granted with exceptions to them. And there's so much to talk about when it comes to this horrible, horrible disease. I would like to believe there's a day that we solve the problem, and I think that there's, I think we should also, I'm guilty of it. We're eating horribly. We're eating processed foods. We're all these things we're breathing in. I don't know what, how we can prevent it, but I really hope that nobody has to suffer from this disease much longer in the world we live in with this much technology. It's true. This should be solved. So, thanks again for tuning in, guys.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.